Hello YouTube, welcome back to Like a Doll's Eye statue reviews. Today I got a little 2-for-1 that I'm going to be doing. I just got the Sideshow Gray exclusive Hulk on Friday, and I figured since I was going to review him, I would go ahead and review my green. Now normally I like to kind of stick with my rule. I'm breaking it here where I have a piece for a while, but figured I've had green long enough, and since they are basically the same body sculpt and everything, just different colors, I thought I could go ahead and review the gray also. So I'm going to start off with gray, and then I'm going to share my feelings about the gray and then the green, and do some comparisons and how I feel about both, and so on and so forth. Let me first start off by saying that the gray is the third and final statue of this make. You know, they released a red, then they released the green, and then they released the gray. Um, when the video first came out, not the video, when they were first all announced and everything, I wasn't all that excited. I had Hulks already. Gray Hulk is cool, but you know, I didn't feel the need to have a Gray Hulk in my collection. Then the pictures came out, and the exclusive of the green came out, and I thought the Kirby style head looked really cool, so I went ahead and pre-ordered green, and then they released photos of the gray, and I canceled the green and ordered the gray, and then I felt like I was going to be missing out, so I ordered the green. And that's just kind of how I am, just with Hulk things, and drives me nuts. I love Hulk, love collecting Hulk. He just is a perfect combination of everything I love about statue collecting. He's muscular and huge, so he gets great sculpting and because with body sculpts and everything. And then you add on to the fact he's a monster also, and I love monsters and everything. And so he just kind of, you know, he's just a perfect thing to sculpt in my opinion. You just get everything that I love about statue collecting in one character. Plus, I love the character himself. I just love reading Hulk comics, and so it's my passion with statues. He tends to be the one that I repeatedly get characters of. Anyway, enough about that. So got the green, went ahead, got the gray. Great statue. We'll talk about you in a second. So anyway, this came in, and first thing I want to say is I am shocked that I like the exclusive shirt as much as I do. I did not expect to like the shirt. Matter of fact, I ordered it because I'm one of those. I order the exclusive no matter what, and so I went ahead and got this, the exclusive for this. But I did not plan. I thought I was going to take the shirt off so I could see the sculpt, so on and so forth, because I thought the shirt's going to hide the body sculpt and everything else. But I think the shirt just adds a bit of character to this. Of course, it adds the gray Hulk persona, and this is how he first appeared in Hulk #1. He had the orange shirt. McFarlane drew him, which is his very with the orange shirt and everything else. So this, but getting the shirt, I just love how it looks. I messed with the shirt a little bit. I think people that get this, I think is, you know, you don't have to listen to me, of course, but you know, try to, you know, get the rips out to show off the body sculpt under there a little more. I think it looks more like he's kind of tearing through that shirt rather than, you know, just having a regular old shirt on with a V-neck cut. But I kind of messed with it and really kind of opened it so I could still see some of that body sculpt under there, and I just think it just looks really cool. I actually did take off the shirt once and put it right back on because I was like, nope, I love how it looks without the shirt. The head sculpt on this, probably my favorite of the three. I think Red Hulk looks good. Red Hulk's just not a favorite character of mine. You know, being all Ross and everything. But I think it looked great and everything. It tempts me to get it and stuff. I'm actually looking to possibly getting it. You know, I don't know. Geo Man at Red Titan tells me I need to get it. And I love his review of it and stuff like that. And it's a great looking piece, no question asked. And I do love the way Red Hulk looks. I wish I loved the character a little more. But anyway, but I thought Grey Hulk's face looked awesome. I love how the paint is done on this guy. You can see all the veins and everything, and just the gray really pops. And I love the shading they did with this. They used like a purple kind of shading with the veins, and everywhere else you can kind of see the purple shading. I don't know if a camera's picking it up, but it's there. They got a lot around the head, and anyway, I just think it looks great. You can kind of see it on his cheek there. It just looks cool. It's a little different. It brings a little. It's not just a plain old gray and black. It gives it some color, some personality. But man, I really dig this piece. This is just really cool. The teeth, I think the teeth look great. I like what Sideshow did, even with the Green Hulk and the regular head, though I would never display it with the regular head. I like if, and I'll take it off, they put the teeth in afterwards. They hollow it out and put the teeth in, and it gives it more of a three-dimensional look than the typical kind of teeth they do, where they're just sculpted, onto the face itself. So it just kind of gives it an extra dimension, and I think it looks great. So I like it, and I thought, I'll admit I was a little worried when gray was going to come out, because the regular head of the green kind of had some controversy. It had some of the paint was sticking to the teeth and stuff, like connecting the teeth, and it looked a little weird. If you hear a noise in the background, that's my crazy cat running around, showing off for you guys. Anyway, so, but I love this guy, and I think he looks phenomenal. Love the shirt. I mean, we've all seen this sculpt. This is the third time we're seeing this sculpt, and nothing's really changed there. But I do love how the gray pops on this piece. Now, if I'm going to complain, and I'm thinking about writing Sideshow on this, I got a pretty bad gap. Now, I don't really... Oh, there you can see it. There you can see that gap. I don't really worry about the gap too much because of where I display it. On this side, if you can get it... Woo! Look at that. It's almost like the head, and even when I try to push it on, it doesn't go on any farther. It's almost like something chipped or the wasn't molded right or something. I don't know. It's definitely not a deal breaker. I like everything about that. I think the head and the neck match pretty well. You can see that the shading here is good to here, darker and darker. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. If Sideshow sent me another head, I'd have to get lucky and hope and pray isn't the body that's the issue. And then I'd have to hope and pray that the color looked good and everything else. And I'm basically either displaying him like this, or like this, or like this. I am not worried about him looking like this, because I'm not going to see it. And I also put him up pretty high on a shelf, so I don't see that. So everything about this guy is pretty awesome. Like I said, I love the shirt, love the tear down the back. You can see some of the, if I pull the shirt a little bit here, you can see everything. Again, not much talk. I like the blue jean look. The blue jean look is just brings, again, another. I just think it looks cool. I have so many Hulks that it's just nice to get something a little different. I like that the nails are painted on this. I like that his fingernails are painted, though mine aren't painted as good as I've seen some people's. I like it when you can differentiate the nails from the body a little more. Help thinks that you can see it when you're looking up at your statue and stuff like that. But anyway, this turned out great. I'll go ahead and I'll take off the head. Let me see if I can get a good. So I want to have a good shot for you guys. It's coming in blurry. Well, anyway, all my videos are blurry. Maybe one of these days I'll invest in a bit of a better camera. But anyway, you can see that. Now, one of the things that I've seen a few people have a problem with this, he's got a little bit of the white highlights here, or should I say light gray. Doesn't bother me. It kind of just, again, I think it's just, especially in person, it's not a big issue. Kind of picks up on the camera and some pictures quite a bit. But anyway, I think the head sculpt's awesome. And like I said, I think it's the best of the three. Looking inside there, almost looks like, I don't know. Anyway, so love this. Let me make sure I get the head on good. Don't want this dropping and breaking. I would be sad and upset and make no more videos. So anyway, so that's Grey Hulk. Base is, like all the others, doesn't come with the Hulk hand, as Hulkbuster hand has been mentioned. But the base is nice. It serves its purpose. These bases aren't what I'd call, classics by any means. That's for any of them. They get the job done. It's a place for Hulk to stand. It's too bad they didn't change it up just a little more rather than repaint it. It would have been nice to maybe have a piece of a tank, the cannon of a tank on here or something like that. Just something to change it from the other ones. So anyway, so that's my Grey Hulk, which I haven't seen Red Hulk yet, but what I would say so far from pictures is I would think Grey Hulk is by far my favorite. Not by far, but it's definitely my favorite of the three. Green Hulk. So, I dig on the Green Hulk. I think Green Hulk is nice. I do not love the Green Hulk, and I'll be honest, I was disappointed, and I don't know how it's coming out. It looks decent in my camera, but in person, there's not a whole lot of shading that they did with this piece. So it's really kind of hard to tell. Like, everything kind of blends when he's a little bit farther away, when he's up on my shelf, especially with the hands. Like, if you got him in a slightly darker room, because he didn't do anything really with the fingernails or the shading really of the muscles, it all kind of blends together and kind of looks boring. Like a big green blob. His legs are shaded pretty good. He did some shading with his toenails and stuff, and they get some shading for the leg muscles. But yeah, just the body part needs it. And I thought about trying to maybe mess around with some airbrushing or something like that and bringing out some, but I'm scared to death of ruining an expensive piece. And so of my Green Hulks, this is my least favorite. Again, this is why I wait to do reviews. Of course, when I first got it, I thought it was great and everything else, and never thought it was better than the original Grail Hulk. And I'm not a huge fan of original Grail Hulk, as I've said before. It's a nice piece. I'm just not in love with the pose. The pose for this piece, I think, works great for this one. I think it works great for Red. Gio at Red Titan said and I agree with him, that it was originally sculpted, this body was sculpted for the Red Hulk, and I think it works for that, especially the smiling Red Hulk head. It just works perfectly, and it works good for that snarl. It's kind of, something's a little off with this exclusive head. I'm not even going to talk about the regular head, because I don't like the regular head, and I know there are people out there that do. Good for, great, congrats. Do what you like with them, if you like it. I don't ever like to tell people they're wrong or anything like that. I don't like it. So it's in its box, and it's never coming out of the box, and not a big fan. But so I don't want to come down too hard on the green. It could use more shading, and maybe if you got one with some good shading, you're gonna feel differently than I do. I just kind of think it's just a little boring, and some of that is the head sculpt too. It's a good head sculpt. It's a Kirby head sculpt. It's kind of a boring head sculpt. Just doesn't bring the piece to life. I think that looks like it's been brought to life. Some of it's a shirt. Some of it's that awesome head sculpt. Some of it's just the great colors. But I look at that red one, and I think that looks like it has life. This just kind of looks boring and just like a Hulk statue. So I'm not 100% I'm keeping this guy. I haven't decided yet. I hate to sell my Hulks, but I don't know if I need, two of the same statue, and I might end up with three, because I'm really eyeballing that red, because I think the red would look good with my other green Hulks as well as my gray, and then I'd have a gray, and I'd have a representative red, and do I need another representative green since I already have other green ones? I don't know, but it's still nice, don't get me wrong. The pants are done well. They're a little dirty, and the base is done well, and there's the Hulkbuster hand. Here's a good example, if the camera will pick it up. No real shading. Everything you're seeing there. Let me see if I can turn this big boy around. No real shading. There's some. The camera's picking up some, but not that dark. So it just, again, everything kind of just blends in together, and I think the camera's picking up better than what you see in real life. But it's a decent piece. I like it. I don't love it, and that kind of makes me sad because I want to love all my Hulk pieces. The head sculpt is done well. You know, I can't complain there. No googly eyes. Like I said, I like how the teeth were done. Got a little bit of a Mo Howard haircut going on, and it's good overall. It's just I'm not 100% in love with it. That is almost a 10 out of 10. That is a 7.5 out of 10. And that's a lot of it has to do with the paint and kind of the boring head. I don't know. But I like it. And if anything, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I'm thinking what I might do is just kind of box them up and maybe pull them out every once in a while. And put them on display and just maybe change them up. I don't think gray will ever get put in the box, but if I get green, if I get red, maybe changing those guys up every once in a while. But again, if you don't have a green Hulk and you don't have a Hulk, you can't. For me, you can't go wrong as far as having a Hulk in your collection. And if you need to have a green Hulk, this isn't bad. Personally, if I were you guys, I love the Avengers Hulk. There goes my cat. I love the Avengers maquette that they released, and I think it would be a great addition to anybody's collection. It's my favorite as far as the traditional looking Hulks go in 1/4 scale. My favorite is the Comic-Cat, actually, and I'm going to review him later, but he's 1/5 scale, so it kind of negates him out of the discussion a little bit. But if you need a traditional green, I would say go with the Hulk maquette first, and then this is second. But if you had to choose between the two, I'd definitely say the gray. And red doesn't really count because it's not really Hulk. It's Ross. General Ross is the Hulk. So it's not Banner. So it's not really a Hulk. But so anyway, love the gray. Think he's absolutely worth it. Love the exclusive. Is it an X or fail? I think so, but I didn't think so when I got it. So I guess it just depends on after you get it whether it be an X or fail to you. It does hide the body sculpt. If you only had one Hulk and this was it, you might not want that shirt on so you could see that body sculpt. X or fail for the green? I think so. I think this is absolutely an X or fail because I hate that other head, and I think the X head is really sculpted well. If anything, it may be a bit boring for the piece. Again, I go through stages with this guy. Let me just say that. Sometimes I look at him and I'm like, oh, that's a great piece, depending on the lighting. I have overhead lighting that I do sometimes, and it helps bring things out. But boy, I just compare him with the gray, and I look at pictures of the red, and I just think those two just kind of have more life to them. So anyways, this is a long review, but I kind of did 2 statue reviews for you. So hope everybody enjoys it. Feel free to like, make comments, subscribe, whatever. And not sure what piece I'll do next. I might do Red Hulk next if I end up getting it. I'm kind of talking to somebody right now, and I might be able to get a good deal on one. So exclusive Red Hulk too. So even though I think I'll use the regular head because I think the regular head looks just absolutely nasty on that one, and just with that grin that he's got. So all right, guys, thanks. See you a bit. Bye.